Welcome back, Ranger fans. This is your host, Jamie, coming to you right after the end of the Rangers Ducks game. Rangers with a win, 6-4. They put on an offensive show this evening. However, they were pretty sloppy on the defensive side. Um, great performances by Artemi Panarin and Mika Zibanejad. We're going to talk about it, so let's go. All right, guys, welcome back to the Man Advantage Rangers podcast with your host, Jamie. Do me a favor, like and subscribe to the video, the channel. It helps out. So, Rangers Ducks on a Monday evening tilt. Rangers welcome back former teammates Ryan Strome, Frank Petrano, Kevin Shattenkirk. I don't know if there was anybody else. Doesn't really matter. But okay. So overall, this was a massive display of offensive talent all the way around. Rangers had like 42, 43 shots, dominated the offensive possession. Um, really, everything on that side of the puck, they did great. They played very, very loosey goosey on defense, and they gave up 4 goals. This should have been 6-1 this game, not 6-4. But let's just talk about the first period. The Rangers come out, and the first goal of the game is a Trocheck goal. It was kind of funny because Mika made the pass over, and there was a kind of a wide open net, and uh, Trocheck didn't miss it and put it in the back of the net. I think Sam said, "Go power play goal by Ryan Strome." It was kind of funny. So, and just a couple minutes later, Trocheck had the puck on another power play, just about below the goal line, and went cross ice to a breaking Zibanejad, who just ripped it upstairs, and it's 2-0. And at this point, I'm thinking, well, this game's over because Anaheim could barely get over their own over the Rangers line, and the Rangers just had the puck the whole time. But they did come back. Vetrano scored a goal, nice wrist shot. Uh, Good to see Frankie V. Always like Frankie V. So that was it at the end of end of the first period, and then right off the bat, Trouba in the second took a slap shot off the helmet. He left the game for probably about 7 or 8 minutes of game time. And during that time, Zegras scored a goal. Troy Terry made a nice play at the blue line, sort of drew the defenseman closer to him, and Zegras just kind of used his speed and kind of went in on Shesterkin and beat him 5-hole. So now it's 2-2, and you're like, oh my gosh. But the Rangers just stayed, offensively, just stayed to their game plan, and the last 10, 12 minutes of that second, they were all over the Ducks. I think the Ducks had the first 3 shots on goal in the second, and it ended up being like 14-4. And Zibanejad sent one in front. It hit off Kako. It hit Gibson, and then it deflected off Klingberg into the net. So Kako's goal. And just near the end of the second, it looked like the second unit of the power play was on, and they stayed on after the power play ended. And Hedo made a nice pass to Laffy, who buried it. It's 4-2. And then right at the end of the second, Panarin came in and just dangled and then just ripped one over um, Gibson's left shoulder. Beat him glove side 5-2. So that's where we stood at the end of 2. Uh, if the Rangers had shut out the Ducks in the third, that would have been okay. Because there was a lot of sloppy plays. I mean, there was 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s and just turnovers here and there. Miller had one in the first. Fox had a couple. Laffy made a play at the blue line in the first. It's just trying to be a little too cute. I think again, we're in 4 games in. It's October, so I'm not overly concerned. But these are the habits that can creep in, and you don't want that to happen. So good defense leads to offense, and the Rangers certainly have good offense. And I'll say this before I go any further: Kako, uh, Mika, Kreider line looked amazing tonight. Those guys were. It just felt like they were all over the ice, especially in the offensive zone. Um, so we go to the third, and I can't remember who scored that goal. Oh, it was Comtois. Nice pass from Shattenkirk. That made it 5-3. And, the Rangers get a power play, and Vetrano took an interference, and Mika just unleashed the slap shot. It was in and out of the net. I didn't even know it went in. So that made it 6-3, and then the Ducks got a late goal. Derek Grant made it 6-4, and that was your final. So, yeah, we're going to take the win and run with the 2 points. It's just sloppy, though. And again, I think the Ducks had 22 shots on goal, 4 goals against. That's very un-Igor like. Not all the goals were his fault. But again, lots of sloppy play. But there's lots of good things, too. It's good to see the kids. Heedle with a nice pass, nice assist. Lafayette with a goal. Kako with a goal. Panarin and Mika doing their thing. Fox had 3 points. Kreider didn't do anything offensively on the score sheet. He had a couple of really good chances. But, it's not always about putting points up. There's a lot of other ways to contribute. I thought that Sammy Blais had a good game. He looked really engaged physically. He looked good. Jimmy Vesey, although, again, not on the score sheet, solid. The fourth line, Goudreau, Reeves, and Hunt were fine tonight. The Rangers offensively were fine. It was just their own zone. It looked like they were running around a little bit, and just some sloppy play. They just need to clean that up, and I'm sure they'll work on that. Again, it's early, but I know Gallant wasn't happy with some of the defensive coverage and things like that in the Winnipeg game. So we don't want to be giving up 4 goals a game. Somewhere between 2 and 3 would be perfect. So other than that, looks like we got through the game injury free. Rangers' next game is against San Jose. That's Thursday night. They'll welcome back their former coach, David Quinn, and the San Jose Sharks. I'm trying to think. Kravtsov's getting closer. Of course, Ryan Carpenter did not play this evening with the head injury. The skate he took to the head on Friday night. So we'll see where he is tomorrow, or if the Rangers will be practicing tomorrow. We'll see if they have an off day. But again, like the video, subscribe, hit me up on Twitter at Jamie_hockey. I hope everybody has a safe night. It's getting cool out there. A little rain we had, making the temperature a little bit cooler. So hope everybody does well. Go Rangers, and everybody have a great night.